The Uber driver accused of a deadly Michigan shooting rampage is expected today to be arraigned on murder charges. Brian Dalton is accused of shooting 8 people Saturday night in Kalamazoo, killing 6.
Several hundred mourners gathered at a church Sunday night to pray for the victims. They include a father and teenage son gunned down at a car dealership and 4 women killed outside a restaurant. Anna Werner is at the Kalamazoo County Courthouse with the search for a motive. Anna, good morning.
Good morning, Nora. And as you mentioned, Jason Dalton is expected to be arraigned here at the courthouse later today, facing some 6 murder charges. Now, he had no criminal record, and Uber says that he passed a background check. Now, investigators say that he may have picked up at least one client during the shooting spree.
The rampage began just before 6 o'clock Saturday night. Michigan State Police say Dalton first shot a woman multiple times in the parking lot of a Kalamazoo townhouse complex. Then, more than 4 hours later, investigators believe he gunned down a father and son at a car dealership 8 miles away.
5581 South 9th Street at the Cracker Barrel. Shots fired.
Less than 20 minutes later, police say Dalton shot 5 more people in a Cracker Barrel parking lot, killing 4 women and critically injuring a 14-year-old girl. At 12:40 on Sunday morning, police say the 45-year-old father of 2 was pulled over and arrested after leaving a downtown Kalamazoo bar parking lot. Authorities found a gun in his car.
And you have no reason to think that he knew any of these people?
No, our common denominator here is him. I don't have connections between him and any of the victims.
Surveillance footage from the Sealy Ford Kia dealership and the Cracker Barrel helped Kalamazoo authorities quickly identify the suspect driving a Chevy HHR.
My buddy Scott actually said something to him, said, "Hey, this isn't the HHR, you're not the guy, are you?" And he kind of just said no.
Mark Dutton and 2 of his friends say they may have been Dalton's last Uber customers Saturday night.
It's crazy to think that someone could have gone out and just done all these horrible things and just came in with a straight face, like he's just going to work doing his job and just didn't say much at all.
Police say Dalton drove other customers that night after the shootings, including this couple who wished to remain anonymous.
And I half-heartedly joked at him and said, "You're not the shooter, are you?" And he said no, and I said, "Are you sure?" And he said, "No, I'm just really tired."
He had a weapon in the car that he had just killed people with.
In a statement Sunday, Uber officials said they're heartbroken and that they've reached out to the police to help with the investigation.
She's a really good person.
Mia Hoke is a classmate of 17-year-old Tyler Smith. The high school senior died alongside his father at the car dealership.
It's just really heartbreaking. It definitely brings our community together, but it'll be a long time before we move on.
Now, prosecutor Jeff Getting tells us that first victim was surrounded by children when she was allegedly confronted by Dalton and likely saved their lives by telling them to run. He also calls what happened with that 14-year-old girl who is now in the hospital in critical condition a miracle. Doctors had pronounced her dead. She was on life support for organ donation when she unexpectedly squeezed her mother's hand. Gail?
It's an unbelievable twist to that story. Thank you so much, Anna.